Welcome back. Farm to table is not just a foodie buzzword, believe it or not, but a way of life for America's pig farmers and for a pioneering female butcher slicing her way through the meat world's glass ceiling. So joining me now is America's Pig Farmer of the Year, Leslie McQuistion, and Master Butcher, Carrie Underley. Good morning, ladies. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. So first of all, Leslie, what does it mean to be named America's Pig Farmer of the Year? That title alone, how did you get there, and what does that mean to you?
It's really about telling stories. It's an honor and a privilege to get to represent America's pig farmers, to get to tell not only my story, but all the other stories of pig farmers and how we're committed to raising pigs in a responsible and sustainable way so that consumers can feel confident about the kind of pork that they buy. This was a long process that I was nominated, went through applications, and even a panel where Carrie was a judge on that panel.
Absolutely. And what are you doing specifically on your farm to ensure that those consumers are feeling good about that and the product that you're giving them?
So I work with 10 breed-to-wean farms in Nebraska and South Dakota. All that means is that I work with farms that have sows and piglets, or the mamas and the babies on the farm. And what we do every day is making sure that we're providing food, water, air, and care. We're nurturers and caretakers at heart. We want to do what's right for the pig every day, involve our nutritionists and veterinarians to make sound decisions for that pig.
Absolutely. Thank you. And obviously now, Carrie, you are changing the industry here because female butcher is not automatically what you think, but it's a growing trend. So, tell us a little bit about how you got into that industry and what that means to you as well.
Well, we're definitely seeing more women get involved, and there's not the barrier that there used to be when we think about, butchery as being these large sides of beef or pork. So, we're definitely seeing more women being exposed to it in culinary schools, so they're starting to get a little bit of taste of the trade, and they're making decisions now that they want to be a butcher or a meat cutter full time. And the great news about that is, it's a quality of life. They're not necessarily working in the restaurant, they're working in the butcher shop, they're teaching them, they're learning how to cut, and the most importantly is that they're making recommendations on cut names. And the biggest news for us is that you can now cook a pork chop for 145 degrees, which gives you that nice juicy center pork chop. So we don't have the tough pork chop that maybe my mom used to make in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And both of you are in a male-dominated industry here. So describe to me, first of all, either which one of you wants to go first, but what does that mean to you to continually break that stereotype down and be the women who are the face of the industry, becoming the face anyway?
I think as a pig farmer, it is really exciting to be a woman, not only in leadership, but as part of a team. On my team of 70 people, of the managers that I work with, 6 out of 9 are women. It really speaks to our nature. We're caretakers and nurturers at heart. And I think that fits well when you talk about raising pigs. It also fits really well when you talk about working with employees and how we interact on the farms, how we take care of each other, how we commit to our communities. Those are all things that, as a woman, just come naturally, I believe. So it's really exciting to be female in agriculture today.
And Carrie, what
And
about
I think
you?
on the butchery,
Oh.
yeah, I think on the butchery side. Yeah, on the butchery side, it's really about, helping women earn a better wage. And usually the jobs, in the meat department are owned by men, but we're seeing more and more women. We're also seeing more women starting their own businesses, which is always what I counsel them to do. If you've got the guts to get in there and wield knives around, then, take that extra step and be business owners. So, it's definitely changing. I think, my generation, it was different. But, today, women are more empowered and are not afraid to take those risks and jobs that were typically held by men.
Absolutely. Well, Carrie and Leslie, thank you so much. You both have the chops for the job, obviously, pun intended. But thanks, ladies, so much for changing the way we look at this industry. Of course. Thank you both so much for joining me today. Absolutely, you guys. So that was Carrie and Leslie with some tips on how they're changing the industry and making women go into butchering and farming and agriculture. Glad that one made the cut today.